But I'm going to pop on here too to make it easy for y'all to attend. If you want to get a question answered, though, head on over to YouTube. Let me type in the link for you guys. Hey there, Instagram. Hey, Neuro. Hey, Neuro, how are you? Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you guys know, Bobbie G and I are coming on live today to do some free mini reads for people. Yo, J-Lo. Yo, Crystal. Hey, what's up, Happy Cece? Hey, Helmick Bonnet. How are you guys? If you guys are catching on Instagram, we're going to do Just Learning. What's up? I was wondering where you were, Autumn. Hey, Kurt Casablancas. Hey, Rosie Barr. Hey, Kayla. Yeah, for those of you on Instagram, we're going to do some live reads. YouTube is where it's going to be a little bit more interactive, and that's where I'm just waiting for my counterpart to join. Oh, and it looks like she's here, so let me go ahead and promote her so that she can come on. And it looks like, all right, everyone, we have Bobbie live now. Bobbie is already live, so welcome.
All right, my darling. Yes, we have liftoff.
Yes, everyone. So we are all here. Hey, Jenny Love Tarot. Hey, Adriana Gonzalez. Hey, Yvette. What's up, Yvette? Hey, Yvette. This is Bobbie G. I think she's to my left on your screen. She might be to my right. Well, this is Bobbie. She was my first life coach, and she's the one who I learned how to channel from. So you are in for a treat, Yvette. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Christy. Oh, Bobbie, do you need the?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
And there's the link if you want to see the YouTube and the comments. Just remember, you're going to have to mute it right away on the YouTube side.
You know what? Let's just do it this way, and I'll let you do the comments today because I have to reinitiate myself to all this stuff, Kelly. I'm not a computer guru like you.
Hey, Brittany. What's up, Brittany? Okay, guys, we're going to give it like one more minute to let people come on and just set the energy. Guys, go ahead wherever you're at right now. Just go ahead and just start relaxing into the moment, allowing your body to get a little bit heavier, sinking in, knowing that you came here to gain some clarity. You came here to gain some high vibes. You came here to gain some insight. So just be in the moment, grounding, present here. As we give it just maybe like 30 more seconds. Hi, Lai. Oh, sorry. Sorry you're so sad. Heartbreak. Jenny. Hey, Lori from chat's here. What's up, Lori? That's a fun walk we did. Marky. Oh, Marky's saying love your hair, Bobbie. Hey, Luna. Hey, Nita. All right, guys. So a little bit of quick commercial, and then we'll get into it to let you know. Oh, wow. Well, that didn't, if you guys look in the description, which I'm actually going to edit right now, I guess it doesn't translate over from Zoom over to YouTube. So give me a quick second, guys, as I have to type in a few things here. If you guys would like for some accelerated personal and some accelerated spiritual growth, I have a mastermind starting tomorrow. I'm putting that link in there right now. It's 2 months long. There's a pay in full and a payment plan. It's going to be very intimate. Everyone gets one-on-one time, 30 minutes on the phone call. And it's 2 months long. So if you guys are ready for accelerated spiritual growth and accelerated personal growth, be there. Your life is going to be completely 180 difference afterwards, and I'll tell you more about it later. If you'd like to book a reading with Bobbie, it's the second link that's going to be in the description. She has quite a number of openings, and she was the first person, my first life coach, the person I learned to channel with. So I highly, highly recommend her. And I have one reading this week. I have time to do one-on-one. I would encourage you to join the mastermind. If you're just looking for one reading, I'm going to put that link in there right below Bobbie's. I only have time this Friday, the 19th, at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you cannot, only book it if you can make that time. Okay, guys, so I just updated that in the description for everyone. So without further ado, let us get this show started. Bobbie, do you want to kick it off with a general, and then I'll come in with a general, and then we'll go into some privates with people?
Okay. So, my darlings, as we move into this next millennia of possibilities and opportunities and awakenings, we invite all of you to take the time you need. A little bit of time is all we're asking each day to breathe, focus, and center. The 3 cleansing breaths that Bobbie and Kelly usually do to start off a reading is a sufficient amount to allow you to align your energy in your body to be in the moment so that you can hear the messages you need to hear from spirit. Now, many times our physical friends get confused because they'll close their eyes, they'll breathe, and they don't hear anything right away. It's not always about getting a message in the moment. It is often about aligning your energy so that as you move throughout the day, you're more awake and more aware and more able to hear the nuances of possibilities, of messages, of guidance from spirit. Because if you talk with Bobbie and Kelly, they will tell you they don't only do their meditation and connection with spirit once a day. It's an ongoing process. True, they've practiced more than many of you, but if you start practicing now, you will be doing what you see them do in a period of time. It's the focusing, the centering, the 3 cleansing breaths. And ultimately, we want you to be meditating at least 10, if not 20 minutes a day. Because it's in that time, in that space, that you open your vortex of energy to feel what spirit has to tell you so that you can make better life choices to create the life you want to live instead of the life that many of you tell us that you don't want to live. So there's lots of things you're going to be hearing from these wonderful women about focusing, centering, and telling the truth the way you want it to be in your life so that you create the life you want to create. So that is our message from the Gregory Continuum.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Let me see if my spirit team has anything they'd like to add. What a beautiful message. What a beautiful message. We just want to re-emphasize so that some of you, now that you're more synced into the current moment, you can hear it more. Listen when Bobbie Gregory said, you guys in time can be doing it just as well as Bobbie and Kelly. Bobbie and Kelly were where you guys were too. This is a skill that you can develop. It's about you being connected to you. 10 minutes a day is all it would take for you guys to get to the point of being in that synchronistic flow. Some of you call it hearing your spirit guide. Some of you call it your gut, your intuition. 10 minutes a day of just meditating. How do I feel? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. The 3 breaths to just get you in the moment. How do I feel? Be with those emotions and talk to them. Well, why do I feel sad? Why do I feel happy? Is there anything I can do for you? That's you loving you, and that's you connecting to you. And in time, you will be able to hear us much more clearly. And George is ready for some one-on-ones. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Who's it from? Eden, thank you for the super chat. Oh my God. Oh, I just love super chats. Anyone who sees them when I get them always knows I get happy. All right, y'all. So let's dive into some one-on-ones. If you guys would like a reading, how we typically do it, just write the word me. And I'm going to type it in for you guys. Me, if you would like a reading. Fist bump, Autumn. Mwah, I'm so glad you're back, by the way. Write the word me, and then Spirit's going to pick who it is, and then Bobbie and I will kind of just take turns going back and forth, but we're going to try to get through as many of you guys as possible today. Just the word me, because it helps. It's so much easier. Happy, I keep forgetting your name. I don't know why. I think it's because on Instagram your image is so much smaller and I can't see it. Okay.
Kelly, you have frozen. Can you hear us?
What's her?
Okay. You're garbling in your communication, Kelly. Whoops. There she goes.
Did I lose out?
Yeah, you looked at the thing and you went, So whatever you were saying just a minute ago, re-say.
I'm just waiting for J-Lo. J-Lo, you're the one that, wow, there's a lot of me's. Guys, we're going to try to get through everyone for sure. But J-Lo, go ahead and write your question. And J-Lo, as you're typing your question, I'm going to move a little bit closer to the router because I guess my internet is funky. And I want y'all to get cream de la crop. I hope that's the right saying. Greetings. Can't let internet connection get in the way of that. So it's just going to be a little awkward. J-Lo, what's your question though? Oh, I'm going to read, walk, and move at the exact same time. And carry my water. Multitasking at its finest. J-Lo, where's your question? I don't see it. I promise as soon as I see it, I'll read it to Bobbie. And we will walk and talk at the same time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, by the way. I'm still not seeing. Oh, and I didn't clean this.
Kelly,
okay, so everyone, you guys
trying to.
Okay, you're
frozen again, Kelly. Okay. Shoot me the thing on the chat again so that if you're losing the chat, I might be able to catch it. Did you hear that, Kelly?
Here, I'll chat you her question though. Can you hear me, Bobbie?
I can hear you. If I hit chat, there's chat. Okay. So I've got a Zoom webinar chat, but there must be another chat that you're doing. J-Lo. Okay. Am I on solar return 423 also aligned?
Yes, that's J-Lo's question.
Okay, so I am getting the chats now.
Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, they can hear us. They say our image, but they can hear us. Okay, so go ahead, Bobbie. That is J-Lo's question.
I'm going to let you handle that one, and I'm going to tag on to it, Kelly, because
okay.
I'm not.
So J-Lo's question is, I am on my solar return on 4/23 and also align with my moon in Libra. What can I do to make the process easier? So anyone right now who is going through a hard time right now and you just want to know how to make it a little bit easier, this one is going to help you. Oh, J-Lo. It's about not thinking that it's about you. Go back and listen to we did a high vibe Monday with Kelly. J-Lo, you are going to love that high vibe Monday. You being able to maintain your energy, your vibrations, your emotions, despite what others are doing around you. This is a huge life lesson for you to learn that two family members might be feuding and you don't have to get involved. We're going to use a very personal example with Kelly. She is in Grand Junction, Colorado with her family, aunt, uncle, mom, dad. Two of them are fighting, not fighting viciously, but at a point where we're taking a break from each other until we have time to come together to figure this out. It does put Kelly in the middle. Oh, I can't have dinner with all four of you at the same time. I feel like I have to choose. This isn't fun. This isn't fair. Did Kelly have an emotional reaction and wasn't a bit of anger, wasn't a bit of people are making decisions that are affecting me? J-Lo, that's very similar to what's happening for you. Watch the High Vibe Monday. The more that Kelly went, okay, my job is to be happy. What do I like about this situation? I like that I'm around family. I like that I can still read for people no matter where I am. I like that I can maintain my relationship with Bobbie. I like that I have my relationship with so-and-so and so-and-so. She got back into her energy and then was able to communicate with both of them. Mom, I know that yada yada is going on. I need to make decisions that benefit me both, that benefit me. I can't choose if I go here, uncle will get hurt. If I go here, mom will get hurt. I cannot let that become my dominant focus. I need to make decisions that benefit me. I need to focus on my clients. I need to focus on my YouTube. I love doing it, and that's something for me. And George is asking, do you see that? Do you see that process, J-Lo? Did you all hear that? I hope you guys heard that. Just learning like. Yeah, George is saying you're going to want to chime in on that. You mind if I just see her response to that first? Okay, good. I'm glad this is helping people. Okay, they can hear us now. Can you guys see us now? Hey, Kongi's here. What's up, sexy sunshine? Dang. That's a nice picture, sexy sunshine. You are definitely sexy. J-Lo, yes, I do. Crazy on point because that's where I'm at exactly. Okay, perfect. We're gonna go a little bit longer with J-Lo and then we'll get on to the next person. Bobbie, do you want to add anything to that? Or
the thing that we want to add, J-Lo, is don't get attached to how the information comes through. You've mentioned that you're on the solar return in the Libra, and that's one way of looking at your universe. But expand your ability to take in information from the universe beyond the astrology. Allow yourself to let us bring you information and answers so that while you're honoring all of the things that Kelly was talking about finding your center and finding your space, you're allowing more possibilities of ways for us to connect with you. So we want you to expand your ability and your willingness to accept. One example might be if you have a good deck of cards, of oracle cards or of animal cards or something, pull a card and see what messages come up for you. Play with some other modalities on expanding the way we get through to you. Do some drawing, do some artwork, do something that allows that emotional part of you to connect to the spiritual part of us. And that will bring you more in alignment with what you're seeking. Okay.
All right, guys, let's go ahead. And J-Lo, much love to you. It is a little bit of work, guys. It's not like you, and Eden, go ahead and type in your question really quick. Thank you so much for that super chat. Guys, those just always make me, it just is a nice affirmation, confirmation I'm on the right path. Guys, know that it's not just you get the read once and then it's like solved. Like Spirit told me that Saturday, Sunday, and they were working with me on it. And then Monday, that was their message for High Vibe Monday for everyone else. But there were actively 2 days, Sunday and Monday. I was mad. I was so mad. I was so angry. I couldn't even be around my uncle. I left and slept at my parents' house. I was like, who is he to make this decision that impacts me? But then I went back and did an age regression meditation. And age regression is where you sit in the moment. How do you currently feel right now? And I feel powerless. I feel like someone who's bigger than me is making a decision that in fact impacts me. And I feel powerless. There's nothing I could do to fix the situation. And it does impact me. Then you go back. When has this come up 5 years previously? And a situation popped in my head. I don't remember what that memory was, and you kind of recognize, oh, these emotions have been with me for a while. And then I went, well, when was this created in like middle school, high school? And in high school, like I was actually teased and picked on a lot in high school, and I was on a soccer team, and there was one girl, the captain, the popular one, who to this day I still don't understand why she didn't like me. And I had to realize, like, oh, I felt powerless. There was nothing I could do. And I was angry. Like, she made a decision and the rest of the team just went with it. So I was literally the outcast. And there was a day where there's all this rain pouring, like pouring down. They grabbed, she had me go grab the 3 bag of like 12 balls of soccer balls in there. And I had to carry them all by myself in the pouring rain. When by the time I got back, all of their bags were in a shed and they left mine in the rain. Come on, guys, that's a little messed up. And then I went back to my first memory, and it was when I was like really young, like 4 or 5. And when you're 4 or 5, you are powerless. You're powerless to like your parents. You have to do what they say. You have to adopt their way of thinking. And when I traced it back to that original memory, and then I talked to the little girl, the little me in that memory, and went, hey, you know what? Like, what can I do to make you feel better? Was there anything I could do to help you feel better? And she's the one who told me, you need to, like, I don't want to be in the middle between these two. I don't want to be responsible whether they're happy or not. What can you do to me, adult Kelly? What can you do to let them both know you love them both, but you're making decisions that are best for you? Sometimes that's going to be you. Sometimes that's going to be you. I was like, oh, thank you for letting me know that that's what you need. And then I went and talked to both of them and said, Renaissance Fair, I'm going with so-and-so. They asked me first. That's what feels best to me. This, I'm going with you. Makes sense, guys? All right, guys, let's Eden. Did you type in your question? Are you still even here? Okay, so Eden would like a general. Bobbie, if you're feeling called to it, I'll let you handle it. If not, I'll go ahead and do it.
Wow. Okay, Eden. Okay, my darling. Powerful, powerful heart energy, heart energy, heart energy, wanting to expand, wanting to expand, wanting to expand. This energy is just like going whoosh, but it's undirected. It's undirected, and heart energy is very wonderful to have. It's very wonderful when that heart energy just expands and explodes. But when it's undirected, it's a balance between allowing your emotions and allowing the feelings and the undirected heart energy, and allowing yourself to center in and breathe and know that you have a focus where you're wanting to go, Eden. You have a focus of how you want to direct that heart energy to move you forward in your life. When I say heart energy, we're not talking necessarily love heart, which is where people get confused. It's that heart energy of expansion, of growth, of movement, of going forward in your life. And it's like you want to go, whoa. And that's fine if you're going, whoa, in a nice area, if you're going forward in a focused way. Now, we don't want you to focus so much that you go like this and you make your heart energy go to the little teeny, I got to do it this way. We want you to breathe and center. This is where the breathing and centering comes in. Breathe and center, Eden. Come into your heart. Bring that energy into you. Allow you to give you your messages about what you want to do next in your life. And as you get a clear idea of some of the possibilities, take that heart energy and allow it to lead you forward, because heart energy is powerful and palpable, and it will allow you to go through fear barriers and consideration barriers quickly when it is focused in an area. So take the time to meditate, to focus and center on the areas you think you want to go forward, and then utilize that heart energy in a more focused. It's rather like light going everywhere. You can see Bobbie because there's light, but if that light were a laser beam, it could cut through the chair behind her. Well, it could cut through her. So you want to take your light, and you don't want to quite laser beam because that's too focused right now. You're exploring, but you want to focus it into a tunnel so you can utilize it to move forward in your life, Eden.
All right, y'all, let's get through as many as we can. Go ahead and write the word me, and we'll let Spirit pick who is next on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you for the appreciation, guys. I can't keep up with all of the chat, guys, so sorry if I'm missing some of it.
For some reason, I'm not getting, I've got JLo's and nothing else. So, okay. Well, I guess that's what I get.
Let's see. I just don't. You're not on the YouTube chat. That's okay.
Okay, good. I'll just.
It's kind of going pretty fast. There's a lot of movement in there. So
Okay.
Okay, then look at all the me's. I see the me's on Insta.
Good. This is just a picture of you and me.
2 people are actually popping up right now. Wow, a lot of names are actually kind of lighting up. Okay, Spirit, who first? Wow. All right, guys, we're just going to try to get, there's a lot of names popping up that are like literally lighting up. So guys, have your Christy, have your question ready. Happy Cece, have your question ready. But first we're going to go with Tammy Morgan. So you 3 have your questions ready. Tammy, go first, and then let me write this down. You 3 were all lighting up. We got some people ready for some shifts in this room. Okay, who did I say? Christy. So Christy, Tammy, and Happy Cece, get y'all questions ready. Tammy's first. Then we'll do Christy. Then we'll do Happy Cece. And guys, try to, how this works, Spirit picks the person who most represents everyone in the room and is the person who's most in direct alignment to hear it specifically. Because sometimes you can hear your answers when someone else's personal information is getting put on blast. And George is saying that's why we often share from Kelly's personal life. Because if we were to tell you directly, you need to speak to the 2 and say you're not in the middle, you won't hear the message. When you hear that there's another human being going through it, you hear her process of how she navigated it. And then you hear how she's now in her own energy. You guys can hear it easier. So they're saying sit tight, and many of you will get your questions answered via other people.
Trust that while these messages are coming through, my darlings, we are not limited to these 2 beautiful individuals who are giving you the messages, nor are we limited to the screen and this time. We're balancing the energy to help you hear what you need to hear in the moment. Spirit is working with Bobbie, with Kelly, and with each and every one of you in the moments that the messages are coming through. The messages are vibrational information to help you align your energy so that you can move forward with your lives more powerfully. So let us do our work, trust us, and be open.
Okay, so Christy and Happy Cece, go ahead and start typing your question now so that as soon as we finish Tammy, we could just go to the next one. Tammy would just like a general, and I'm feeling a little called to go first, Bobbie, unless you are.
Go ahead. I can jump on or leave it alone.
Oh, I'm getting be you. It's not your fault. 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 We will have Kelly say this until she is blue in the face. It is not your fault. It is not your fault. You are not responsible for the other person's action at all. And he's just bluntly asking, do you understand? Just learning. Beautiful. He wants to make sure you understand that first before he goes on a little bit more. I am totally digging this Instagram filter. I got little cat ears and a cat nose, Bobbie, on Instagram. Yeah, we'll have to do, you and I will just have to do, I'll figure out how we can do an Instagram live together. Both of us, we both can have cute little filters. Oh, Tammy's saying yes. Okay, so Tammy, let me see if there's a little more for you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Well, the story isn't exactly like yours, Tammy, but it's not Kelly's fault. Her uncle and her mom are just taking a time out from each other. It's not up to her. She immediately wanted to kick into her spiritual gear and, guys, here's the meditations that we need to do. Let me channel for you. And we immediately told her no. They need to be the ones to fix this. Otherwise, they won't get their growth. Because, Tim, there's a little bit of you have taken responsibility for their growth. Kelly has many friends. Some of them are in the coaching world as her. She views it as, well, sometimes I'll share information that I've learned over the last 2 years to help you get results. Sometimes she also feels a no. when we tell her no, even though she knows how to do the sales call, she knows how to write copy, she knows how to do a YouTube live, it's oftentimes because the other person needs to get growth out of it instead of just getting used to someone else doing it for them. And Bobbie, that's not about you at all. I think you know who that's about.
Well, I'm still going to take in the good stuff you just gave, babe, because messages can be received as well as given.
Hey, Lori's on both. What's up, Lori? All right, Tammy, let me know your thoughts on that, and then I'm gonna pass that over to Bobbie. Yeah, guys, sometimes when it's a no, it just means the other person needs to learn that, there was, when I was younger and not as responsible with my money, I had people bail me out all the time. I was a spoiled little brat, but then there was one time where they said, this is your last month. It made me wake up. And then I read a book. I read David Bach is a book that I recommend, and Dave Ramsey. I read both of them. David Bach just kind of ties in the emotions to money. Yeah, Lori, aren't the cat ears cute? It made me wake up, and now I plan my money beautifully.
So for Tammy, the only thing we would add is a forgiveness. Forgive yourself and forgive the other person. It's not about blame. It's about looking for the lessons in the situation to help you navigate through the situation more effectively. Feeling like something's your fault leaves you in a powerless place, and blaming others leaves you just as powerless. It's about forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't about making it all better for them. It's about freeing your energy up.
Sorry, YouTube, if you guys are just looking at me, it's because I'm just having fun with the Instagram. Now I'm wearing sunglasses. All right. So next up, we're going to do, yeah, Bobbie, we got to do this. This is way too fun. Christy, give me your question. Where are you at? Hey, what's up, Felicia? Oh my God, how are you? Live. Pretty nice. I'm so overwhelmed with spirit. I just feel like crying nonstop. It feels wonderful. Oh yeah, cry, man. Let it out. Oh my. Hey, Felicia loves your hair, Bobbie.
Oh, thank you, darling.
So Christy, and then Happy Cece, are you still here? Get your questions typed in. I'm feeling so cool with my sunglasses over here on Instagram. Bobbie, I'm so
okay, Ollie. Back into the
well, waiting for her question. In my defense, I'm squirreling right now.
I'm just having fun with you, darling.
Tease away. I love it. Once we get you on Instagram, you're going to see what I'm talking about. We're going to go for another good 23 minutes, guys. Maybe longer. I don't know. We only planned an hour, but I'm probably down for staying a little bit longer. Here's Christy's. Sorry, Bobbie, what?
No, I said I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Christy, I would like to ask about my love life. Working through moving on towards future love, letting go of past hurts. I've been working on this on myself for quite some time, but have moments of confusion.
I'll take this. Christy, you're in the process of releasing more than you're realizing. Sometimes the egoic mind gets frustrated because it wants it all done now. Your awareness, we want to acknowledge your awareness of the importance of letting go of the past, realizing that nobody's really to blame or at fault. It's just what was. It was a lesson on both sides, and you can let it go. The ego wants to kind of grab hold and say, but I need this. And then your logical self comes and goes, that's not where I want to go. That's not how I want to move forward. So you're in the infinity sign between being in your human emotion and then being in your logical, and being in your human emotion and being in your logical. And that's a good place to be as you work through this process. But there's a couple of good books that we would like to suggest to help you on your path, because you're doing a good job and we want to acknowledge that. One is by, we believe, Byron Katie. And it is, I love you. Is that true? Have to go look at, and it's looking at whether or not you do need to have the love of somebody else. And ultimately, my darlings, the love you need the most is your own. And the other book that's coming is Do I Have to Give Up Me to Be Loved by You? Now, both of those talk about learning to transition through the process of letting go and honoring the self and loving the self, so that you can move forward in your life and enjoy the beauty of you. And when you enjoy the beauty of you, then you draw people to you who also enjoy the beauty of you. So that is what the Gregory wants to say. We're going to turn it over to Kelly while we double check the book by Byron Katie. So Kelly, you get to take that one for a minute while we double check that book.
Okay, funny. I was actually trying to look up the book so I could just pop it in the link for you guys. Well, I can't find the link. Okay, I'll go back to the live then. And Tammy, I saw your question too. That's such a good one. Guys, if you don't see, there's a common theme here going on with everyone's question, and it's about being able to be in your own energy and you finding your no's and your yeses. If you feel bad, if after speaking with someone you get an upset stomach or you get a headache, they're a no. If after you feel with someone you at least feel neutral, a little uplifted, a little better, they're a yes. And it's all about being able to say no to no's and yes to yeses. Some people, it's in their love life to move more to more uplifting, positive, uplifting, recharging type love, where you're not sacrificing yourself to prove to the other person that you love them. That's kind of what you were going through there. And then because if you see Tammy's question, what we went through with her, and her follow-up question is, oh my God, how to forgive someone that hurt me as a child. Guys, my mom's diagnosis, maybe Bob will be able to correct it. It was something like manic depressive, manic bipolar with borderline personality disorders, narcissistic with suicidal tendencies. You know that crazy aunt in your family? That crazy aunt was my mom. I am staying with her. I am loving it. She's a completely different person today. We just worked out this morning before me coming on and do this. Sorry, I got distracted by comments, guys. Roxanne, that makes it so much more likely that will happen now that I have someone I could stay with that I know. Oh my God. Oh, this is happening. Okay, back to the topic of forgiving someone as a child. So you guys want to look at, if you go to let me see if it's on my website yet. I put an emotional guidance list up on there. I don't know. I have a beautiful, wonderful assistant, and I gave her like 50 things to do. We'll see if this one was one that she was able to get to. Maybe not though. She might be doing it today or Friday, guys.
Well, Kelly,
okay, it looks like she was doing that one.
I'm going to show you. The book is I Need Your Love. Is That True? By Byron Katie. How to stop.
Bobbie, send me the link and I'll drop it in the comments for everyone. Oh, you're showing it on video.
I'm just showing it on the video. Yeah, by Byron Katie. And it's how to stop seeking love, approval, and appreciation and start finding them instead. Some pretty sensible information.
Okay, guys. So in terms of being able to forgive someone who hurt you as a child, a parent, you have to recognize first off, you do that healing by recognizing that you can be your own mother and you can be your own father. It's about you waking up into the adult that you are right here, right now, and that you are empowered to change it. When you stay stuck in past childhood trauma, you're at the blame vibration. And guys, you just want to Google emotional guidance list and you'll see a list of vibrations, emotions from 1 to 22. When you're 7 and up, you're in alignment. That's when you're in alignment. You can hear spirit, you can hear your intuition. You're in that synchronistic flow in life. When you're 8 or down, you're a little out of alignment. And so all that means when the childhood abuse or trauma happens, that means you're stuck at blame. I could have the love of my life, but my parents didn't give me a good example of what love looked like. I could have the love of my life, but my dad was never there, so now I don't know how to let a man in. I could have make more money, but my parents just taught me how to give away for free. That's blame. You have to wake up and recognize that you can be your own mother and your own father right now. And guys, this took me years. I would journal and I would write lists. What is it that I think that my mother didn't give me when I was younger? Oh, that list was long. What is it that I think that my father didn't give me? That list was long. I went through them one by one. How can I give this to myself now? And after I put it for like at least 21 days and I started realizing, oh, I can give myself that. Oh, I can give myself that. It's recognizing that whatever happened when you were younger is just your launching pad and just your starting point right now. Kind of like a GPS map. You enter the end destination. Google Maps needs to know where you're starting from to get you the directions. Some people, whatever, let's say this is the love of their life, if they grew up with that happy-go-lucky family, which by the way, every child experiences trauma, because the definition of trauma, my definition of trauma is anytime you have an emotion that isn't expressed or felt, you numb yourself a little bit. So even if you were at, say, the movie theaters, and like this was genuinely one of the blocks that my client had for him to earn more money. We traced it back, and it was his mom was a single mom. She was always like busy. She was working 2 or 3 jobs to feed her 2 boys. And when they went to the movie theater, he was like, oh, can we get popcorn? But for her to get one evening off from all 2, 3 of her jobs, she was just so happy she could take her boys out. And it was, like the movie theaters one day a week, it's like Dollar Tuesdays or something, especially back in the day. So she was just so excited. And he was like, Mom, can we have popcorn? But she literally scraped her pennies just to get them there. And she was like, no, honey, that's not for us. He internalized that as good things aren't for him. So that wasn't abuse, but that was trauma. Okay. So that's all the definition of trauma. So point is though, you want this, perhaps your starting point is here. So is your journey going to be longer? Yes. Another good example of that is someone who's already started 10 successful businesses. They're already in the vibration of a successful business. So when they go, oh, I want to create number 11, their journey from here to their first 100,000 is like 1 week. A person who is their first business, they have to get over the fear of selling. They have to get over the fear of visibility. It took me 4 months before I ever did my first Facebook Live. I would sit there in my computer and I'd stay frozen and I couldn't click the live button. Now I love going live. My journey was further. You got to be okay with, hey, here's my starting point. I'm afraid of men. I get awkward around men. I get insecure around my body around men. And then what would you want your divine mother to do? What would you want your divine father to do? And you do that for yourself. Whew, that was long-winded.
Yeah, but good information to help people through, because I read a book, read one, like I'd stop there. One of the things that really made sense to me was the most important relationship you have to develop is the relationship with yourself, because it's going to be the most consistent, longest lasting relationship you have. So the work that Kelly is talking about doing, about learning who you are and how you are and where you came from, allows you to make decisions on where you're going to go. Most people drive through life steering with the rear view mirror, wondering why they keep running into walls. If you would just look in the rear view mirror, notice that there is a steering wheel, and take charge, then you can begin to go in a direction. And then if you connect with spirit to help guide you in moving that steering wheel, then you've got the best of all possibilities. You're willing to look at where you've been. You're willing to look at where you're going. You're willing to accept responsibility, grab that steering wheel and check in with spirit so that you can move forward more powerfully. And that's the work that Bobbie G and Kelly have been doing.
That's so... Oh, Lori, because I switched That's so funny. Okay, guys, so if you want a personal read, Bobbie has a lot of availability, and I cannot sing her praises enough. I've literally been working. Was I 18 or 22, Bobbie? Or 20?
I think you were in your early 20s because you were, well, figure out how old you are now. It was.
Yeah, I was halfway through college. So 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't sing her praises enough, guys. Literally got me through college. I worked with her a lot with moving past my childhood abuse, a lot of the fears for starting my business. So I could not sing her praises enough. If you would like a reading with Bobbie, Just Learning, thank you so much. There's the link. It's in the description. And Just Learning, just put it in the chat. Those on Instagram, it's Bobbie G, BOBBIEG.com/readings. And guys, I have one reading open, and it's and only book it if you can make it this Friday, guys. This Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. One, and only book it if that time works for you. If not, I'm just going to refund your money, and then someone who could have made it's going to be out. If you guys are looking for a little bit of a community for 2 months, some accelerated personal growth, that accelerated inner work, that accelerated shadow work, inner child work, accelerated healing, accelerated spiritual growth. I got a 2-month mastermind that starts tomorrow. It's going to be super small. I'm capping it at 4. Everyone gets one-on-one time in each call, plus you're going to learn with the group too. So if that's what you're looking for, there's lots of ways that Bobbie and I can help you guys.
And I want to sing Kelly's praises back too. If you want to be supercharged, if it weren't for Kelly, I'd still be just doing this in my quiet little place here, in my quiet little town. But her energy is so phenomenal. Being in her energy motivates, and it allows you to get clarity. And if you're looking for moving forward, clarity and motivation, join her mastermind. I know she keeps me going.
Natalie, you will not regret booking with Bobbie. I think from my take on it, with both of us, you're going to get forward movement no matter what. Bobbie's able to hold a bit of a healing space for you more and able to listen much, much more to give you that space to like integrate. AKA, she's more patient than me. if you definitely need like the healing space and the shifts, I would say Bobbie. If you want like a little kick up your ass.
I'm more like the Gregory of the continuum, and you're more like Thor.
All right, so let's go. Hey, Happy Cece, so are you still there? After Happy, guys, we're gonna do the me again. Is a message retracted? Why do messages get retracted? What does retracted mean? Eden, it's going to start this Thursday. I think I'm going to keep it open enrollment. Guys, I think I'm going to move towards a low cost, high vibe membership, like $35 a month, 2 live calls a month, and you get access to the recordings, but you're not guaranteed a spot in the hot seat. And I'm going to keep it's pretty much going to be, it's about $500 a month if you want guaranteed one-on-one time. And then I of course have one-on-one. That's what I'm moving towards. So Eden, I think as of right now, I'm definitely planning this 2-month one. I think I'm going to leave it open enrollment, so you'd be able to join in May too and get 2 months. I think that's how it's going to be working. We got Happy's question. Okay, so Bobbie, Happy CC would just love a general and a moving forward message.
Okay, good question, because Happy, the minute your question came up, we saw the hand with a stop. You, in order to move forward, need to take that hand and move it over. You need to be in a place of developing trust. Now, when you work with the Gregory Continuum and Bobbie, you'll know that we don't use the word need very much. We invite, we suggest, we offer. But for you, my darling, to move forward, look at what it is, the thoughts, the fears, the considerations getting in your way. They're illusions, darling. They're illusions based on past beliefs, past programming, past stuff that has been told you. And if you will have the courage to say just a simple question. What if that isn't true? What if I could do this? What if the opportunities could show up? What if I could face this with more energy? What if I could allow the vibrations and possibilities to happen? Because what we're getting, my darling, is you're more afraid of how fantastic it can go than you are of not going. There's a part of you that's going, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to grow that much. It's not on conscious level. On the conscious level, you're saying, let me do it. Let me grow. Let me go. But you know what, darling? You've got to bring all parts of self, the part that's ready to go and the part that's holding back, because you're only going to be able to go forward if you can get all parts of you in alignment and all parts of you willing. Now, when we say parts, we're talking about ways of thinking, ways of being, and energies. So when you've got a forward momentum and you're not moving forward, you need to turn around and say, what's between me and moving forward? What am I afraid will happen if I really succeed? And how might I move forward? And what if everything I want is possible? Because sometimes that question terrifies people a lot. And everything you want is not going to happen in the same second. It's going to be a process. If you look at being more than you are and you look at your end product, and that's scary. If we had told Bobbie that she was going to be doing Facebook Lives and YouTube Lives and working with Kelly and doing groups of people and teaching classes 30 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to move her out of the house. She'd have just sat there and said, I'll read my books and watch my TV. Thank you very much. Because it would have been too big. But we let her a step at a time, and she took a step at a time and a step at a time and a step at a time to where here she is for your listening and watching pleasure and having fun doing it. But she wouldn't have been able to see the fun back then. So when you're thinking about where you want to go, Happy, think about, what's my next best step? What's my next best step? What if it is possible? And what are some of my fears? And where did that illusion come from? Because fears, 9 times out of 10, my darlings, false evidence appearing real. If a tiger is actually coming at you, get your butt out of the way, because it'll eat you. But if you're afraid there's a tiger around every corner, you need to rethink what's going on. And that's our message, darling.
She is loving that message right now. Any teeny tiny follow-up questions, Happy, before we get on to read for some more people? Bobbie, I want to keep going more. Do you want to keep going more?
Yeah, let's do some more. We haven't done this for a while. It's been fun. I'm just getting in the flow of it. Baby.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like just warming up, and there's so many people here. I want to read for them all, man. Oh, a lot of you know because of Tyler. Isn't he so funny? His opening singing, that just gets me every time. Hello, it's Tyler's Tarot, and I'm here to do your reading for you. Obviously, they can't do it as well as him, but isn't it just the best? Happy. Okay, she's saying thank you. Hey, and Happy, guys, you know, if you type in, I have on YouTube, I have like a couple videos up for getting over an ex. And for those of you who have a little bit of childhood abuse that you're cleaning up, type in the video Kelly Lunt. Oh, here, let me type it for you guys. Kelly Lunt, Spirit Guide Damien. That video will help. You sing it all day long. You think I'd have it? Yeah, he's pretty solid. Hey, Robin's World's in the house. All right, guys, let's type the word me. Let's get our next couple of people going. Hey, Carl. Look at all these new names. Hey, Carl. Hey, Katrina. There's all kinds of new people here. Oh yeah, I forget talking about. Ooh, yeah. Do you want to do a quick one for Lori?
Sure.
You know her. You read for her before. She's my Chattanooga friend.
Okay. Lori. Lori, there's some blockages happening for you, darling, but remember that it's not the truth. a little bit of a piggyback on the last question. We see you taking little tiny steps. And one of the things that's happening is you're kind of encumbered with a lot of stuff you've got to do. And so there's this push me, pull me, because you're taking tiny steps, but because you've got these other agendas, other tasks, other demands, that's the word, other demands on your time, you're not being able to move forward as powerfully in some of your dreams and your visions as you wanted to. And we want to acknowledge the work that you've done thus far, my darling. We want you to acknowledge the work that you've done thus far. We want you to know that the relationships you're seeking and the balance in the work that you're seeking are out there for you. It's going to be a little bit of a time frame, not a time warp. That's not the right word, Bobbie. It's a time continuum, being in the moment, allowment that needs to happen, Lori, so that you don't get distracted by what isn't happening more powerfully than what is happening. You're focusing a little too much on, but it's not happening, but it's not happening, but it's not happening. And we want you to begin to focus on, but I've done this, and this has happened, and this has happened, and I'm in a process, not an event. I'm in a process of growing and evolving. And darling, you are doing really wonderful. We want you to know how pleased we are at how well you're doing and how you've utilized the information you've gotten from multiple sources, and the fact that you keep seeking more possibilities to grow and learn. Love yourself, hug yourself, and accept that you are moving forward, even if it's not at the speed that ego thinks it should. And that's our message for Lori.
Any follow-up questions on that, Lori? So it's going to be Lori, Elsa, Luna, Carl. So y'all get your questions ready. Get them typed. So when we get to your question, just hit on enter. Haha, lie. All the people and parents, you guys are just amazing and phenomenal. Oh, hey. Oh, Lori's back on you. I love this, Lori, by the way. I recently asked Spirit to show me angel numbers. I saw 1111 multiple times over document work. What does that mean? I need clarity and understand about the relationship I have with my coach. It's the same Lori, right? Well, 1111 is just indication that you're on the right path, and it's letting them know we hear you. Here's what in their vibration to receiving. I have a YouTube video on angels numbers. I don't remember what I titled it, but if you want more details than that. Wait, don't. Okay, I can't pronounce the name, Elisa, Luna, and Carl. Don't type your questions right now. Just get them typed in and ready. So when I call your name, you can just hit enter.
That's good information to give people, Kelly, because I wonder where it goes in the feed if they're typing their questions in at the same moment. Okay.
Yeah. And because sometimes there's just so many comments. And it's what made me look for them. Oh, Lori, I love that. Okay, so Lori, do you still have the follow-up question for Bobbie? I need clarity and understanding about the relationship I have with my coworker.
Listen.
Sure.
Listen.
Sorry, go ahead, Bobbie.
Listen. That's what I keep hearing. Listen. Listen to the person. Listen deeply for where they're at, so that you get an understanding of the information and the struggle. And then you will be able to find an answer to move forward.
Yeah, Lori, there's a little bit of, how do you say this? Bobbie actually coached me through this. It was, when I was with my friends, I had really good intentions and really good, well-meaning, and I sometimes would have the solution to their problem, but they weren't necessarily ready for it. And I was always like bombarding them by talking with information. And then finally one day, after like 2 sessions with Bobbie, I just went back and went, oh, I forget exactly what I said, but Bobbie coached me through it perfectly. It was, oh, I know that doesn't sound fun to be going through. Is there anything that I can do for you to make this easier? It was about asking them what Is there anything that they think I could do for them? And when I did that, my relationship with people 180'd. 180'd, because and sometimes they would say, I really just need to be listened to right now. Sometimes they would say, well, I don't know, is there anything in your like spiritual guru bag that you could toss out? That was them giving me permission to bring it back. Hey, everyone on.
I want to piggyback on that one for a second, Kelly. For anybody who's in situations where you're struggling, there's a process called active listening. And a lot of therapists use it, and you teach it a lot when you're working with parents and children, but I find it effective everywhere. It's like, so what I'm hearing you say is, because it does two things. It makes you really, what we usually do when we talk is I talk, you talk, I talk, you talk, I talk, you talk, and we don't really take the time to listen. But when you've got to repeat back what somebody says, you're thinking about what they're saying. And if you say to them, so I want to make sure I've got this, that person feels heard. The most important thing people want, you think, is to be loved? No, number one is to be heard, to be acknowledged, to be seen. They want people to see them. And then love would be nice to have after that. So active listening, Google that, baby.
Yeah, that's what Bobbie taught me, guys. Hey, Antoinette, I saw your comment there. I have that mastermind starting tomorrow. It's 2 months, and for the full 2 months, you get guaranteed one-on-one. It's actually the same price for the one-on-one that I gave you, but you get double the time. So if you guys want that, and Eden, if you're on, that was the mastermind that I talked to you about afterwards. I just haven't sent that recap email yet to people. I kind of, that was a lot of phenomenal growth for doing the live shows, and I've been nonstop traveling. So I will still send that recap email with the inner chat and all of that. But this is the mastermind that I was talking about for you added afterwards. Yeah, guys, going back to Bobbie though, active listening. Oh, that changed my world. Yeah. So guys, so Bobbie, not only is she an intuitive channel and like spirit guide channeler, she's also like a life coach and was previously a therapist. She has tools and tricks and will get you past fear like no other.
Kelly.
I think my favorite is the bilateral stimulation.
Yeah, the eye movement to help you focus. Yeah.
All right, so let's go to why can't I? Elisa? Elsa? Elisa? Elisa.
Elisa. Elisa.
Elisa, and then Luna, and then Carl. So Elisa, give us your question. And just learning, you're going to have to give us a question after all this for all this beautiful help you're giving with us. Yes, I have my mastermind coming up tomorrow. I have one opening for reading, only one. Bobbie has many more than me, so Bobbie can fit y'all in. I have one this Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That's it. If you can make that time, let's do this. Let's rock this out. If not, that's okay. Bobbie has many openings, and her link's there too in the chat.
And if you can't do it on the Thursday and Friday openings I have, contact me through my website, and I can make wiggle room in others, but I only wanted to commit to the Thursday and Friday ones. So there's other possibilities available. I just don't work Sundays. I give myself one whole day a week off.
Yeah, guys, and what will happen when you click Bobbie's link, you'll get redirected to a typical checkout page. And then you get redirected to the scheduling calendar. And it sounds like she has more flexibility, so if one of those times don't fit for you to send her an email. All right, Elisa, I didn't see your question, but I see your comment right now that you have to get off. So I didn't see your question, so I'll skip you for now. And when you come back, maybe you'll have it. Luna, go ahead and give us your question. And don't worry about being sorry, Luna or Carl. You guys didn't know. This is just, we like to keep a little bit of a format so we can focus on the person giving the read. Because again, whoever's getting the read in the moment, it does most represent everyone in the room too. Okay, Luna. Luna was ready. I love it. Mwah! Thank you. My question is, how is my ex, Eon, feeling about me? Does he think about me? I really just want to know what you pick up on. He is my first love and I want to reconcile. So this, anyone, Bobbie does not have a YouTube channel yet. I'm going to squirrel a little bit before I get to your question. Oh, I just got Elsa's question too.
It's interesting they should ask, because I was thinking I should get one up and running. I do have one. I just haven't done lives on it yet.
For now, you get to enjoy her. Oh, you have one?
I just haven't done anything with it yet, Kelly. I don't know how to work it.
She's not active on it yet, guys. But let me see if I could search it for you guys really quick.
It's Bobbie G and Gregory. It's got some of my past blog talk shows and a couple of live events I've done.
Oh, I found it. Oh, well, let me subscribe. Oh my God. Oh, I see a beautiful, wow, Bobbie, that is a beautiful scarf. Here, I'll link to it, you guys. She's not acting on it yet. Don't worry, Bobbie and I are gonna work out. We're gonna get her and I live at least twice a month. We're gonna get that schedule out for you guys. So for now, you get to enjoy her on here. In time, we'll get her set up on her own. People are just sending me some love right now, saying I would totally watch. So there's her YouTube channel. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back to my squirreling. So, okay, so Luna's question. Anyone who's wondering, is he coming back? Are we reconciling? This answer is going to help you. Okay. Luna, you need to let it go. You need to let it go. You need to let it go. We're not saying whether he will come back or not. We do pick up fond memories in his energy. We do pick up, we're going to word it, a smaller desire to reconcile. It seemed there was a lot of feud energy when you guys were together. But what happens when you, is he coming back? Is he coming back? Is he coming back? Is he coming back? It gets you on that hamster wheel, that monkey mind. So when this person thinks of you, they're picking up that overwhelm. They're picking up that angst. They're picking up that worry. That's not very inviting information. That's not very inviting energy. If you can get off the hamster wheel and just go, it sucks. We're broken up. He was the first love of my life. And you in particular would very much like the Getting Over an Ex series that Kelly did. There was one of, it's called the special feature. Oh, they want me to look up the video for you. So apparently, typically when they do that, that means it's really going to help. So commercial break. Oh, here we go. It's this one. How do I get the link for you? Calling all. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, as I do what Spirit told me to do. There's the video. Okay. Okay, so there is a desire for him to come back. It's not decided if he's going to come back 100% or not. But listen to it. When your energy is caught up and wound in an overwhelm and an anger and a disappointment, when he thinks about it, he picks that up on it. It's not very inviting. It's kind of like if there was a fire inside of a house, you put your hand on the doorknob and it burns your hand. Would you walk inside or would you stay outside? That's the best analogy that we can give you for this situation. If instead you know, and we're not talking about a roaring fire, we're maybe a little, fire, would you instead maybe go through the back door? We would encourage you to cool and tend to your emotions right here, right now, and go through the moving on process. Get back to your energy and what you like doing, because then when you're happy with painting, with reading, with walking outside, with daydreaming, then your energy's open and fun. So when he thinks of you, it's uplifting. We will not guarantee right now that he will come back because we pick up a slight desire. If you want a number, 20 to 30%. Both of you are still healing through this right now. No matter what, though, if you let go a bit, watch that special video we linked for you, you will at least move on and find someone new, because it is our promise to you and everyone else in here who's asking if an ex is coming back or not. Just be aware that I'm looking for someone to share the vibration of love with. I'm looking for a friend, a companion, someone to go out and about and have fun with. Don't latch on to one person needing that, because you'll either let go, your energy will get higher, and then they'll come back. They'll have to process their healing just like you are. Your energy will be inviting, their energy will be inviting. They'll come on right back in, or you will move on. And it is our promise to all of you, when you are kissing the face of a new person, you will not be thinking about your ex. Oh, he's kind of throwing in a little, unless you just do one of the, he's like, what do you guys call it down there? Booty calls? He's like, unless you just do one of those, then you might be thinking about them. But when you genuinely process the emotions and move on, you're not going to be thinking about them nearly as long. Okay, so Luna, how are you doing with that?
And what we would like to add is this or something better. As long as you're holding on to the past, you can't create the new. You don't want what you used to have. You want part of what you used to have, and you want to create something new, whether it's with him or somebody else. This or something better.
Many psychics told me he wants to come back, but I still don't know what to trust. You just gotta fully, it doesn't matter if he comes back. I hate to say it. I know when you're in the thick of getting over it, watch that special video. And you know what? I'm going to end that one. I'm going to link to my other video about moving on from an ex. Elise, since you're here right now, let's go ahead and answer your question really quick. I'm having so many issues. My feed keeps hopping around. I love you so much, Kat. Thank you for the love. I'll listen to the recording and trust you'll say what I need to hear. So we got Carl and Alisa. Carl, are you still here? Don't type your question yet, Carl. Just let me know if you're still here. Let me see if I can scroll up to find her question. Wow. And hey, guys, if you guys, I can't read all of these comments. No, we love all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish we could get to everyone's questions. Okay. Oh, Alisa, a lot of these other reads should have been helping you, definitely. Her question, Bobbie, is how can I be more in the flow with all the changes happening now? I keep getting paralyzed.
Okay. Important. Remember back a couple of reads ago, we were talking about false evidence appearing real. What's happening is you've got 1 foot on the gas pedal, which is your desire to move forward. You've got 1 foot on the brake, which is your fear of moving forward. The fear is creating pictures of everything that you can think of that's negative, that could be a problem, that could be a challenge, that could change your life. And it's sending forth pictures. Those pictures actually trigger physiological in your body adrenaline that goes, and that's where the anxiety and the stuckness comes from. In order to move past that, you have to begin to identify what the fears are. We suggest that you take a piece of paper and write down, what is it I want to do? On one side of the paper is all the fears you have. On the other side of the paper is why those fears aren't true. And then grab another piece of paper of how you're going to move past. So you give yourself a task. What do I want to do? What am I afraid? Why are those fears not true? And if they are true, address them. And then what am I going to do to move forward on a separate sheet of paper? Because we want the struggle to be on the piece of paper with what you want. And on the other piece of paper, we want what you want and what you're going to do to move forward. If you do that process, just notice the fear. Don't be afraid of your fear. Your fear is just information. It's information that you either need to take a step and move forward, or you need to take a step and move back. But you have to examine the fear and not be afraid of the fear, so you can hear what the message is and then figure out whether or not it's a good message. Okay, so when I'm transcribing on a book, on a novel I'm writing, and I'm afraid that I won't do the grammar correct, if I let that fear get in my way, which I did for a lot of years, I don't transcribe on the novel. You'll never get a chance to read this phenomenal trilogy that I'm working on if I let that fear get in my way. But when I figure out, hey, I can do it, then I can find a way around the fear, those parts that are accurate, let go of those fears that are inaccurate, and then take the steps to commit to a half hour, an hour a day writing on the novel. Simple, but I had to go through the fear. So that's our suggestion, my darling.
Okay, I think she's gonna, oh, thank you, Just Learning. Yeah, she's gonna watch it later. I totally spaced and forgot what I was going to say.
Then let it go.
Yeah. Carl, you're up. Your question. And guys, for everyone who's live, we probably will end it somewhat soon. We will, all the ways to continue working. We are doing another round of free readings this coming Saturday at, forgot what time, 1 second. This Saturday,
11 yours.
10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come back to this YouTube channel. We're going to be doing free reads again. If you want a reading with Bobbie, she has a lot of flexibility to get you in, get you moving forward in life. There's a link to book with her. If you're interested in a mastermind, here's the link for mine. It starts tomorrow. Everyone's guaranteed one-on-one time in it. It's going to be very small and very intimate. So those are the 3 ways. We got a free one this Saturday, a mid-priced, a one-on-one with Bobbie, and a 2-month mastermind with Kelly. Thank you, Just Learning. Oh, and I have one-on-one time this Friday. You have to be able to make it at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Otherwise, I'll just refund you. So Carl, though, let's move on to Carl now that we've done commercials. There's an ex I haven't been. It looks like everyone is letting go of someone in this. That's today's theme. And Bobbie, you tell me if you want to tackle it first or me. Carl, there is an ex I haven't been able to let go of. Will you and Spirit give me some insights on our former connection, how he feels about me now, and what should I do going forward?
You do the spirit stuff. I'm going to grab a book for the psychological stuff.
Okay. And guys, there's a video that I made for YouTube that helps with an ex. I did another one with it too. Let me find that one for you, and then I'll channel specifically for you. But see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Do you see the common theme with all the questions? Oh, here it is, 3-step process. This is why I say the readings always apply, because there's a theme to the questions here. I'm just trying to get the link, guys. Sorry. Oh, it's up here. Okay, so there's 2 more videos, because guys, it's never a wham bam, okay, I'm over it now, I'm moving on. It's a process. Like, it took me, the last guy I dated where I actually had the thought, oh my God, this could be the one. It took me over a year to get to move on from him. And I actually just recently, Bobbie met him. I actually just recently went on a date, had a weekend excursion with a new man that I thought was a potential at the time. It took me genuinely a year. George is saying that's because she went for those more casual things in the beginning. But it's more, the more that, he wants to add in, the more that all of you focus on the manifestations. Here's the end goal. Identify your starting point. Don't be mad that you're here, and then focus on the journey of getting ready to be getting ready to be getting ready to be getting ready. All of this from where you're at to like the 90%, it's all emotional. So you don't have to throw yourself into dating. You don't have to throw yourself into, I just got to take action to move on. Take the time to process the emotions. So once Kelly kind of realized this is where I'm at, a song that she listened to that felt so good to her was Post Malone, I Fall Apart. That took her 10%. Then she really liked the song Callum Scott, Dancing on My Own. That took her to the next 10%. Then there were some other songs that she liked, Let Go by Safety Suit. Then there was Dean Lewis. There was a Dean Lewis song in there that she liked. It's about being where you're at and being okay that you're still sad about it, knowing that 90% of a journey is emotional. A lot of people will get caught up in the emotions and go, but I'm not here, which keeps them down here even more. You need to go through the emotional process, the healing, the sometimes growth, the becoming the new person. And then when you hit the 90% mark, that's when it's, guys are reaching out to me, I'm going on dates. The last 10% of any journey is where you start to see the physical signs of it. 90% of it is always, and it's at least 90% is always emotional growth before it just rolls right in. If you could be fine with that journey, that's when many of you will start moving on a little bit more. But Carl, so you got those 2 videos. Let me see if they have any more to say to you. It's about being okay where you're at right now, Carl. I am sad it didn't work out. It didn't feel good the way things played out. And I really thought it would work out. Watch that special YouTube video that we linked to you in here. You'll like that one specifically. The other video, the 3-step process that Kelly linked to in here, that one just kind of breaks down the process we're doing for you here. It sucked it didn't work out. I gave it my all and it didn't work out. And maybe they didn't put in as much work as I thought they could have. I'm tired of being alone. And all this lets me know is that I'm really ready for love to come in. I'm really ready to share my life with someone. I'm ready to build memories and bonds. Carl, do you hear that? Because before there's a little bit in your energy that was just all about the fun. Oh, I'm just in the moment. I'm just in the flow. There's a part of you that's now yearning for deeper connection, for deeper meaning in life. And we very rarely say this, but we would encourage a session with Bobbie for you. You're looking for that deeper connection, the deeper intimacy with other people. You're looking for someone to build memories with. That's completely different than just a running around shopping buddy, just a running around, oh yeah, I did this with this guy or this girl, whichever way your boat floats. And he's asking, do you understand? Yeah, guys, for anyone who doesn't like the way it ended, watch that 3-step process video. Let me link to it again because it's going to show you. I kind of in there explain vibrations and how to tend to your emotions. Because if you Google that emotional guidance list, it doesn't matter where you're at. Once you find your starting point, you just got your map. Whether you're in fear, I feel lonely. I feel like I'm never going to meet someone again, and this sucks. I feel desperate. I feel just completely alone. Let the tears happen, and then you can move one up. Actually, I just feel insecure if I'm ever going to find someone. Like I'm this old and I'm not worried if it's going to come here. And then you can move one up, hatred, rage. I'm actually just like pissed my parents didn't raise me a little healthier. I'm actually just pissed about this. And then you can move another one up to blame, then disappointment. And then before you know it, 90% of your journey, then you're in, okay, you know what? My life is actually pretty good. I have a lot of love around here. Because guys, all relationships are you in the vibration of love, the number 3 vibration or not? You're going to have to look at that list to know what I'm talking about. Are you in the vibration of love or not? I love this computer. I love this desk. I love my friend, my companion, my colleague, Bobbie, doing this live with me. I love that YouTube makes it easy for non-techie people to come on here and get out there and help people. I love that people came to this live. I love that I have a beautiful moderator who's helping with the chat. I love the pants I'm wearing. My mom just gave these to me. I love this shirt I'm giving. One of my friends went shopping with me and said, orange and bronze are kind of your colors. They'll make your eyes pop. I love this necklace. This necklace was made by a local beescraft woman in Chattanooga. And you can just tell that she puts her love into her work. It's literally her hobby. And when she shows up, you feel the love that she put into the beads as she was making them. And she's just always delighted when someone loves it as much as I do. You want to get in the vibration of what do you love in your life so that when you meet someone, they are also there. And then the two of you are coming together to create something that you couldn't independently, but together you can do it. And you're both in the vibration of love. If you're in the vibration of I hate life, guess what you're going to attract? Someone who I hate life. You got to allow yourself to do that. 90% of the healing process, the emotional journey. And then the last 10%, literally it took me like over a year, guys. I had to admit and heal so much about that ex. God, he was gorgeous. He was gorgeous, and I thought he was the one. And once I got to the 10%, I was like, okay, universe, this is the new type of guy I would like. And he rolled right in, and I hung out with him in Berkeley. Bobbie met him. Whether he's the one or not, I definitely got some new clarity for new things. I'm like, oh, I didn't think to ask for this and this and this. But the point is, when you're in that 10%, when you stay healed, when you stay at 7 or up on that emotional guidance list, contentment, you'll get the next guy in quicker, the next guy in quicker. You'll be in that synchronistic flow. You don't want to get attached when you try to manifest something. You don't want to get attached to this person is the end all be all. Because when Berkeley guy came in, I went, oh my God, he's like everything I've said, funny, this, that. I'm like, I manifested him. You don't want to get attached to, oh my God, I manifested him. That means he's my husband. Because then you're getting attached to he be the answer to your need.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go like 20 more seconds and I'll pass it over, Bobbie. I don't know if you were back or not
No,
yet.
I just wanted to underline what you just said. It was very important what you just said. I manifested that. That's great. And anything you manifest is like, oh, I manifest. That means I need to buy that motorhome. No, you manifested that one. Is that what you want? Is it a piece of that you want? Or is that the one for you? Just because you manifest it doesn't mean the universe has a billion different possibilities it can give you. If every time you grab the first one, you don't know what else is out there. You have to feel into whether or not, okay, of the things I want, this guy's got this, this, and this, but I'm not liking that much. So you play with it and tell the universe, okay, I like this. Next time, throw that in. So, yeah.
Manifesting is like trying on clothes, guys. When you go to the store, do you typically speaking, you try on a couple things? Oh, I like this. Oh, you know what? I want a different cut though. Then you go get the different cut. Do you want a round neck, a V neck, a square neck? Until you go, this one's just right. Same thing. Bobbie, passing it over to you now.
The only thing is I don't know if you can find it in the feed, but I put the books that I think people will help people through is I Need Your Love, Is That True? By Byron Katie, the one that I held up. It looks like this. Okay. The other one that's a lot more, if you want to do a lot of reading, it's more psychological, is Do I Have to Give Up Me to Be Loved by You? By Paul and Margaret, Jordan and Margaret Paul. And the one I don't have that I've read in the past that I suggested to somebody that really helped them was Uncoupling. And if you go to Amazon, there's two different books. One is Uncoupling, explains about how intimate relationships fall apart. And the other is 5 Steps to Moving On. But understanding what happens in the uncoupling process allows you to go, okay, I'm at this point. Oh, I see I'm doing that. Okay, this is happening. So you've got all of that working for you so that you don't think you're stuck in your emotions. Your emotions are information, but they don't control you. If you pay attention, you can make the steps to move through them. You don't want to make them go away. You want to learn the lesson and you want to say, okay, got that one. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I'm feeling like I really want to be with this person. And God, I wish we were back together. Okay, that's that step 5 of the uncoupling. Okay, well, now I'm really angry at him and I wish he were dead. Oh, well, that's step 7 of the uncoupling. Oh, I'll never find anybody. So you understand you're at different steps and that this too shall pass. The hardest part for humans to accept, my darlings, Gregory coming through, is the illusion that you want everything to stay the same. If it would just stay the same and predictable, I'd feel safe and my life would be perfect. Sweet ones, your life would be excruciatingly boring. Think of a person who gets up, eats breakfast, goes to work in a factory, works all day, comes home, eats dinner, watches TV, and goes to bed every single day for 40 years. Does that sound like the life you want? It's predictable. It's not always fun to have everything the same. There's challenge in diversity. But my darlings, that's where the juice is. That's where the fruit is. That's where the joy is. Once you begin to accept that life is a process, not an event, that there will be change, allow the change, and realize that that person may be in your life for a long time or maybe not. Feel the pain, let it go, and know this too shall pass. We know these are easy words for us to say from non-physical. Bobbie has worked with us many times and said, come down to the planet and say that, because it's harder for her to do what we're talking about. But we want to give you the vision of possibility that can happen for you if you manage to move into the flow of your emotions and allow your life to flow. and your relationships to flow, and look for the next new exciting adventure instead of trying to hold on to all that was. And that's from the Gregory.
All right, we got one more. Just learning. How am I going to move from here? I know one chapter is over and I'm excited for the next one to begin, but getting pushed before financially able. How am I going to avoid homelessness? No pressure.
If you didn't think it was impossible, what steps would you take to find a place to live? Your fear of feeling, your fear of the homelessness is taking a huge, what does that mean to you? It's taking a huge picture of fear that is immobilizing you. There are possibilities out there. You do have options available, but when you get fear bound that it's all going to, I'm going to end up homeless, I'm going to be on the streets, and I'm going to be a bag lady or a bag man, and I'm going to die, you can't feel the nuances of possibilities coming in. I mean, sometimes homelessness can be fun. Kelly's kind of homeless right now. She's wandering around visiting people, having a delightful time. She wants to just take off and travel the world. So if you're going to say homeless, make it a fun one and realize there are possibilities out there. You're not without options.
What we'll add on to that is 5% more. What can I do today to help the situation? What can I do today to get financially prepared? Shift your gear towards saying what you do want. What can I do today to get financially prepared? What can I do today to improve my finances? Can I send a resume? Can I look at jobs and send some resumes? Can I call an old employer to see if there are old things? You got to switch your focus. Exactly what Bobbie said. There's a little hyper focus on the I might be homeless to what can I do today to get prepared for the shift coming up? What can I do today to get prepared for the shift coming up? So it's 5% more. Yeah, and he's just asking to understand. Wait, just learning. What do you mean that's not your energy? I picked up on the same thing though. About well, what do you mean by that? Because I definitely did pick up exactly like Bobbie did that there's heavy fear of a hyper focusing on the homeless. You got to shift your focus to what can I do today to improve my finances? What can I do today to improve my finances? If I were to do how did Bobbie word it? If I were to do one thing today, how did you word it, Bobbie?
Pretty much like that. I don't know because Gregory came through. How did they word it? What's one thing I could do today to move forward? We like your 5% though, Kelly. That's a good thing.
Just learning. This is one of those times where you have to be willing to admit both emotions. I feel excited because I know how these things work out, and I feel afraid. You got to, because when you're in the moment with both emotions, that's when you're connected to who you are. If you're trying to not listen to it, then you're ignoring part of you. And if you have this thought up here of I'm excited and this bigger thought down here of I'm afraid of being homeless, you got to process these emotions and bring it one up that scale Kelly talked about. Of course, if you do this, like, wow, what is the future going to bring to me? I know how these types of situations typically play out, and they typically end up being really good and really great. So I know this is going to be something that's going to work out for me in the end, and that in a couple months I'm going to be laughing about this. And right now I do feel afraid. And of course I feel afraid. It's okay for me to feel afraid. Of course I feel afraid. Self-soothe, self-doubt. Of course I feel afraid. No one wants to be homeless. I like houses. I like running water. I like a roof over my head. I like warmth. I like the air conditioner. I like the heater. So of course I don't want to be homeless. So it's okay if that fear is coming up because it just shows that I love myself. It just shows that I want good and great things for myself. Do you see that emotional processing they're asking? Oh, you can't wait to move. Okay. All right. Well, just learning. Do you have any follow-up questions or comments on any of that? And just as a reminder, guys, if you are really ready to completely shift your life in 2 months, I have a mastermind starting tomorrow. And this is for people you literally want to achieve something that you didn't think was possible for you. I've had people who their whole life have been underpaid in toxic work environments. The last day of our 2-month mastermind, she got her job. She gave me an update 2 months afterwards. It's literally her dream job, and it's the first time she's ever been paid market value, because she's always been paid below, and she got on the top tier of her market value, and it's like the perfect environment for her, and she says she's thriving. I've also had people like 5 years Sahara Desert in dating. She found a boyfriend two sessions before the mastermind was open, and she's now living with him. It's now her Italian stallion. So it's literally for those people who, wherever it is you think you're at, and you want to in 2 months time be celebrating instead of living in the same old rut after rut after rut, you're going to want to go ahead and join my mastermind. I put a link to it. It's in the description and in the comments right now. If you're looking for a one-on-one private reading, I put Bobbie's links in there. Oh, and they're getting a little... Okay, let me just link to them separate for you guys. Here's the mastermind. If you're looking for, you just want help right here, right now, Bobbie has openings tomorrow and Friday, and we'll custom schedule with you if you can't make the time on her calendar. I put a link for her if you're looking for a one-off session. And again, we will also be live this Saturday at
11 Mountain time, 11 your time, and 1 on the East Coast.
10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, with some free reads again. So thank you for everyone who came.
And that last one was 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You said Pacific.
And why? No, your connection with Jocelyn is not worth fighting for. If you have to fight for it, it is not worth it. Do the emotional process. And I linked to 2 videos in the chat that will help you, Lai. How to move on from an ex, 3-step process. Do both of those. Okay, just learning. Let me see. Oh, just learning. I hope you go back and listen to the message. I pick up the fear in there, Autumn. It's okay. You guys can manifest with dual emotions going forward. You really, really can.
Huh. How would we ever move forward if we couldn't do it with dual emotions? It's just that when we're aware and incorporate spirit's guidance, we can move forward easier and quicker. But it's still, we're human. So I tell Gregory, come down to the planet and say that.
All right. Well, we love you all. And those are the ways to keep working with us, one-on-one, or free on Saturday. So love y'all.
Mwah. Love you.
Bye.